Hi guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how we process instruments in our Central Sterilization and Supply Department, better known as the cssd. If you like this kind of content, kindly consider to like, share and subscribe. Without wasting much time, let us jump right into it. Welcome back. Now, first things first, you need to start by donning your PPEs, okay? The right PPE, you start by a cap, head cap, then an apron. At least ensure it is leak proof. Another thing is gloves. Please don't use these gloves, these ones. Don't use this type of glove. Use the puncture proof gloves, the heavy duty one, mostly used by the housekeeping department. That is the right or the correct type of glove you should use when you're handling or when you're washing your instruments. Okay, then of course you need to wear shoes which are protective. Now the next thing, you've received your instrument from the theater or from wherever you get your soil instruments from. We have that enzymatic cleaner that first you spray on your instrument, so that when you pour that water, you expose it to our sewerage system, you will not spread infection. It's a kind of infection control measure. But some people, they tend to ignore that part. They tend to ignore that point, okay? And they go direct to you rinse your instrument, then you soak in the endozyme. The first thing, what you should do, the right procedure, you spray them without enzymatic cleaner, which will kill the bacteria and what have you. Then you rinse, so that water is safe in our sewerage system, so that even if this water is exposed to our to the aquatic life, it won't cause harm, okay, to the aquatic life. Now from there, you have pre-treated the instruments with that enzymatic cleaner. You've rinsed. Now you go there, you soak it in the second solution, which is endozyme. This one, ours, we use this endozyme from this company. This one says it begins by dissolving and digesting all bioburden, blood, fat, mucus, and all other organic contaminants on the contact. Now, we have our procedure of how you dilute. But according to this one, they say you dilute endozyme premium with as low as an 1/8 ounce to a 1/2 ounce per gallon of water. An 1/8 to a 1/2 ounce to, I don't understand, 1 to 4 mils per liter of water. That is what you use in layman's language. You will pump. You will see this one has a pump. Let me show you. I hope it will focus. This one, you see, it has a pump. It is written 20 ml. And our container carries 20 liters of water. And here you're told 4 ml supposed to go 4 ml supposed to go to 1 liter of water. So it's up to you to do the mathematics. Okay? Then after you've diluted your endozyme, you should label the date where, like here you can see it's labeled. We opened it on 14th of November 2024. Now you've diluted this solution, the endozyme solution. The next thing to do is you soak at least for 2 minutes to remove all the organic soils, the heavy soils. But heavy soils, not normally, it's advisable to prolong the soaking time. Then you discard the solution. This one works. Endozyme works in all temperature, be it is hot water or cold water. But you know very well we prefer cold water when we are processing our instruments in the cssd. Now you've soaked your instrument, you've washed your instruments, you've rinsed your instruments. The next thing to do, you will inspect your instruments if there is stain. All right? So if you notice there is stain, we have another solution called the Surgistain. You can see the name, Surgistain. This one, you soak your instrument in it. And let me give you the instructions. First it says, Surgistain is safe and efficient, quick, revitalizing solution. It removes mineral staining, frequently encountered from steam sterilization. It helps loosen stiff joints and locks. Alright? It's a mild acid solution used in removing stains, spots, or rust on stainless steel instruments. Not all instruments you can soak in Surgistain, but our instruments, they are all of them are safe to be used in the Surgistain. You mix 1 part of Surgistain to 7 equal parts of hot water. And because of that, we have a machine, the ultrasonic cleaner, the small one. Let me show you. After you have soaked your instrument in the Surgistain, first let me tell you for how many minutes. Place in Surgistain solution for at least 15 minutes. These are the heavily stained instruments. At least the ones that are not heavily stained, you put for 15 minutes, as I had told you. The heavily stained instrument, you soak them for 30 minutes. Then temperature required is 50 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius. Right? Then remove instruments from the Surgistain solution and rinse. Scrub the instruments with Surgistain solution and rinse if necessary. Rinse thoroughly because this is an acid. Alright? Repeat the process for heavily stained or spotted instruments. Note by Surgistain will not harm surgical steel instruments. Okay? Now, this Surgistain contains phosphoric acid, so it can cause irritation on the eyes and the skin. This one, by the way, you cannot touch with your bare hands. Okay? Now, you've destained your instrument. What next? You've destained it, you've soaked it in the Surgistain. You've said the heavily stained instruments, you soak it for 15. For heavily stained, you soak it for 30 minutes, 50 to 80 degrees Celsius. But the light ones is 15 minutes, 50 to that's 80 degrees Celsius. Then you rinse, and it's thorough rinsing because this is an acid. If you don't rinse it thoroughly, it will continue corroding your instrument. So that's why you should rinse it thoroughly. And while you're rinsing it, we are usually advised to use normal saline. Okay? Now, you've rinsed. The next step is lubricating your instrument. This is to protect the movable joints of your instrument. And what do we use when lubricating our instrument? We use something we call pre-slip. This one. This is a rust inhibitor. Okay? Now, the only instrument, lubricant, whatever. Now, let me read for you about the pre-slip solution. It says it's an unsticky, non-toxic, silicone-free, and water-soluble mineral oil lubricant that can withstand high temperatures of autoclaving without becoming gummy, forming a protective barrier on surgical instruments. That is true. Pre-slip prevents rusting, staining, spotting, and restores articulation to sticky bulk locks, you know them, and the joints. Used routinely as parts of instrument care system. Pre-slip will greatly reduce repair and the replacement cost of instruments. Now, how? High grade, it has mineral oil. It prevents what I've told you, rust, spots, stains, corrosion. Thus prolong the life of the instrument, prevent damage due to misuse of stiff or grinding instruments, thus reducing repair and replacement cost. Steam penetrable, steam sterilizable, and ETO. You know ETO, it is the ethylene oxide gas sterilization. It's non-sticky, non-oily, non-toxic, silicone-free. Okay, now how to use it. Direction for use for this lubricant, they say do not dilute. Do not dilute, okay? Shake prior to use. Shaking, you shake it so that it can mix properly. Then dip previously cleaned instrument into this solution. Remove the instrument and drain them for about 30 seconds. You take your rinsed instruments, then you dip them for 30 seconds. At least when you ensure you submerge that instrument in the solution. You don't dilute this one. So that we've said you want to protect the joints, the box lock and whatever, alright? Then for exceptionally stiff instrument, place a single open instrument in this solution for 5 minutes. For stiff instruments, actively open and shut the clamps like this. You open, close. Or shut, clamp or scissors in solution at least for 30 seconds. Proceed as directed. The drained instruments are ready to. Now after you've submerged them in this, you do not rinse. You pack them the way they are. At least you'll expose them on the drying rack, but you do not rinse. You say this solution is non-sticky, non-oily, so it's safe to be used on the patient. Okay. Always cover premise slip solution when not in use. Okay. Now let me show you practically how we use this one, how we do the sterilization. Here this container, I've mixed endozyme on this container. In this container, my instruments are pre-treated from the theater. Okay. Now we are not supposed to be using this container, but the places we are this one here on this whatever, how do you call it? Here is where you're supposed to soak your instrument, but at least you do shortcut by using a basin. Then you rinse your instrument from here. This is a water jug with measurements. At least it says it's a 1 liter jug. This one. This is a basin. Please forgive my camera quality. This is a tap. It can give you hot water or cold water. You said you can. Normally there are some people who prefer warm water, but you are not. It's not recommended. Okay. After you've washed, you have rinsed. Then you will inspect your instruments from here. Then that's where you will take them in the Surgistain solution. This is a Surgistain solution. You can see it's clear. You see? It's clear. This solution is clear. Then you will switch on this machine, this ultrasonic cleaner. You will switch it on. Then, depending on the instrument, if it is heavily stained, we've said it's 30. You set it for 30 minutes. Then, temperature we've said it's from 50 to 80 degrees Celsius, depending on how fast you need that instrument. This one, it is not that whatever you are seeing. This is an old ultrasonic cleaner. Okay. Now, after you have done that, you will rinse your instrument. We said we prefer using normal saline. Then, after rinsing, you will soak it here in there. This is what we have said is called premise slip, or the lubricant. Okay. This cut up here on the ultrasonic, this is where we drain this solution after it has stained. After it has stayed, okay? We usually use it at least for 1 month. Here it is written the expiry date, at least for 1 month. This is the lubricant. Then after you have lubricated your instrument for 30 seconds or 5 minutes, depending on how bad your instrument condition is, you will go to the draining rack. This is our draining rack. So now, stainless steel counter. There is an advantage of using stainless steel, which is it's easily clean. When you want to clean it, it's very easy. Okay. Now this is our draining rack, but at least you will line it with something which can absorb water. or whatever solution is coming from the instrument. Then after that, you will pass the instrument using a tray to the packing area, where they will be packed and put on the autoclaving machine for sterilization. Okay, now without wasting much time, let us see each other in our next video about how we operate our sterilization, our autoclaving machine. Okay, bye.